Hey everyone, welcome back to our channel all about BA. So this session is quickly going to be about getting the last modified date of files in a folder in blob storage path. Okay, so before I take you through the implementation, right, let me tell you the high level implementation of the problem. Okay, so what we are going to do is we have a container, just demo container, inside which we have a couple of files here. Okay, so we are just going to see the get the last modified date of all these files, okay, using Azure Data Factory. Okay, all right, so how we are going to do this is we'll have a metadata activity in the beginning which is going to point to a particular folder. In our case it's going to be the demo container, and inside the folder whatever child items are present, that is going to be brought by the metadata activity. So the first step is bring the child items from the folder. Okay, second step is loop through the child items using a for each loop, and then inside a for each loop have one more metadata activity to get the last modified date of each file. Okay, so that is what we are going to do here. Okay, first will be metadata activity bringing the child item details, and then using a for each loop through the child items one by one and get the last modified date of each file. Okay, that is what we are going to do today. Alright, so I have a empty pipeline now. I'm going to add a metadata activity. Okay, metadata activity will just ask for a data set. So I'm choosing a data set which is pointing to my blob storage path. Let me open it and show you. We have a demo container here, right? That is what is being pointed to, okay, by this data set ds blob. So I'm choosing that, and then in the field list I'm going to choose the child items. Okay, these are all the properties associated with the metadata activity when we point to a blob storage path. Okay, when we point to a database or a different kind of data store, right, the properties will be different. So for a blob storage path or for a container, okay, these are the properties. Okay, I'm just choosing the child items. So what it is going to do is it is going to point to the demo container and then get the list of child items present in my demo container. That is what is going to be done. Okay, alright, next is we have to have a for each loop. So this for each loop will ask on what items I should be looping, right? So that is what is given in the items box. Choose dynamic content and then just say output of the metadata activity. In that I want the child items. Okay, so this is how we have to give. So for each loop is going to loop through the child items provided by the output of the metadata activity. Okay, so inside for each loop we have to have one more metadata activity. So this metadata activity is again going to point to a blob storage path, but this time we have to tell the file name, correct? So for that I'm choosing creating one more data set 123 MB. Link service can be the old link service that we used in the other metadata. So schema none, we need not validate any schema. Okay, container is demo container. I can write here. Alright, so I'm saying okay, and then we just need to add one more information to the data set, okay, about the file name. So here there is a column called file name here, right? So we have to provide the file name to the metadata activity, then only it's going to get us the last modified date. So for that what I'm doing is I'm adding a parameter here. This is what is important here. So this parameter is going to be used in the file option. Okay, this is one important step that we have to follow. Okay, so what I have done is I have created a data set pointing to my demo container, and the file name is going to be provided dynamically. Okay, so coming back to the pipeline. So in this pipeline, once we added the in the data set, once we added the parameter, right, it is also asking the file name. So from where this file name is going to come is the for each loop is going to give us the file name. Okay, so when you say current item dot name, right, it is going to give us the file name. That is how we map. Okay, so ultimately when the data set is running, we will be passing the item name which is provided by the for each loop. Okay, so for each loop, every time it loops through the file, right, it will get the file name and file type. Okay, that is what is going to happen. Okay, so I'm just running the field list in get metadata. Okay, one important thing that we forgot is inside the metadata activity, right, we have to have this field list mentioned. Okay, so ultimately our aim is to get the last modified date, correct? So for that, just to choose last modified date. So last modified property, if you choose, right, then we are asking the metadata activity to get the last modified date of the file. Okay, that is what we are telling now. So I am running the pipeline now. So what it should be doing is, it should be running the outside metadata activity once and inside metadata activity four times. So let's see. So outside has run, so it has to bring us the child items, file name, file type, file name, file type, like that. It is bringing the 4 file names and related type. Okay, and then after the for each loop has executed 4 times, right, this metadata activity, if you click the output, right, it is going to tell you the last modified date of each file. So this is 728, and then the next file, if you see, 646, and then 733. So like that, it is pointing to each file, and it has brought the last modified date of each file. Okay, after this thing, right, after we have obtained the last modified date of each file, we can implement whatever we want in the real-time scenarios. For example, we might want to filter some files based on the last modified date, and also that and all we can implement later. So this is this particular thing, getting the last modified date of files, is what I wanted to convey. Okay, so this is how we implement it. So in case you just want to know about the last modified date of a folder, right, then that can be done with the simple metadata activity. We need not loop through and all. Okay, so what we have to do is, we have to point to the folder, just like how we do it here, right? This ds blob is pointing to my demo folder, demo container. So instead of child items, if I say last modified here itself, right, then it is going to give me the last modified date of the demo container itself. Okay, if you have a subfolder inside the container, and if your data set is pointing to that folder, then it is going to give the last modified date of that subfolder. Okay, so this is how we have to implement the last modified property of any folder or file. So in case you have any doubts about this one, right, you please let me know in the comment section. Thanks a lot for watching. Keep supporting.